Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220, KHTS. This is your host, Fred Arnold, on the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. And I'm with today Debi, Acker-Zolnoski.
Good morning, Fred.
Yes,
how are you?
Welcome. So I'm used to seeing you at the different chamber events, and you're representing the art of Charles Acker,
Yes.
who happens to be your father,
Yes.
who is a World War II vet, who that's a soft spot in my heart, and it's amazing the art that your father did. Tell us about your father.
Okay, my father, he was an amazing artist. He illustrated books. He left me with a collection of over 1,500 pieces of art, all originals. They are amazing. He used watercolor, ink, pencil, some oils, but he seemed to focus on color pencil and watercolor, and they are beautiful.
Now, the one thing I've got to help describe this, though, because he did a lot on the wars,
Yes.
Civil War and others, correct?
That was his favorite war. Actually, he was in World War II, and he was a cartographer, which, for those of you that don't know, a cartographer is a map maker. So he was right on the lines. He had access to pen and paper, and he drew some pretty graphic photos that I didn't find until he passed away in 2007 in a box that was sealed. And when I opened those, I got goosebumps. It was unbelievable, like you were right there.
It was American history.
Oh, amazing. And he loved history. When my dad would come home from work, he taught school all day. He would he would eat dinner, of course, read the newspaper, go into his art room every single night. That is what he did.
And you didn't know what he was drawing, did you, when you were growing up?
I did. I looked at it, and it was when you're used to it, being around it, another horse, another soldier. I want to see some pretty things. I want to see some flowers and trees.
Right.
So we got him to do a few unusual things out of his, element, but he focused on the Civil War. That was battlefields, and then he incorporated his love of drawing horses, which was really what he started doing.
So I have a couple samples here that
before the war.
We're going to go ahead and talk about a little bit. So if you're listening on the radio, but if you're watching this online at hometownstation.com, here's one that's beautiful of soldiers walking, and this is the Civil War, and it looks like a battlefield they're walking down, and they don't know whether they're going to live or not, and that's what's the essence of what he's drawn.
Yeah.
It's a story.
It's very emotional, and I look through these pictures, and every picture tells a story.
Here's another one with a soldier carrying his horse. And what's amazing about that, we don't think about it, but that was their mode of transportation, walking or riding on a horse. And if something happened to your horse, boy, that was part of your protection, that was part of your escape route, that was part of everything that was a part of it. And the beauty of what he drawed is absolutely second to none.
Right. The details, the muscles in the horses. He knew what to draw on these uniforms. He studied. He had a library full of books on war uniforms. So there would be no mistakes in any of his pictures. He was that attentive to details.
Yes, and then here's a couple of them with, again, soldiers riding on horses, and you can see every detail of the muscle and the detail of the uniform and the detail of the kind of the moment. And that's what makes it so absolutely beautiful. Even the backgrounds that your father, he just something subtle in the background. It really described the moment.
Yeah, you could feel the emotion. You could feel the picture. Every picture I have, I've got huge pictures that I couldn't even bring today, but 1,500 is a lot. And when he was in his art room creating all this amazing artwork, me as a teenager, I was a teenager. I didn't care. I was out getting in trouble with my friends and everything, and then he knew all the principles because he had a master's degree in school administration, so I never got in trouble.
Yeah, so you're never perfect. Well, thanks for sharing that. And again, those that want to find out more about the art of Charles Acker, how do they reach you or reach a website? Or
I have a website, www.charlesacker.com, or they can reach me by phone, 661-2 661-295-6605.
One more time.
661-295-6605. And I have a gallery at home, and I also have a big storage unit, climate controlled. So whatever your preference is, contact me and schedule an appointment. I'd love to have you over.
Debi at charlesacker.com and www.charlesacker.com.
Right, and I spell Debi, D-E-B-I.
Oh, yes, D-E-B-I. Thank you very much. Thanks for all you do for the Santa Cruz Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you. I enjoy it.
Yes, thanks for coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, I got Debi Acker-Zolnoski. Did I get that right? Close?
Yes, you did.
Very good.
Perfect.
Thank you. From the Santa Cruz Valley Chamber of Commerce, and this has been a Santa Cruz Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight on AM 1220 KHTS.